big bear? Look at you, big cookie bear. Yeah. Look at you. Well, you're going to be the king of Baja dogs. Yeah. Oh boy. Looks cold out there.
Looks great this morning.
Yep.
So you can see it's way better today than yesterday with all that wind and stuff. And let me tell you, Robert's K38 Hotel, which this is not a paid advertisement. They gave us those thick blankets last night. They were so good, right?
Absolutely, they're great.
It was like, look at this guy. Hey, look at him. Like, give me a little rub down. This is the king of Baja dogs right here. This is what watches your bikes at night. So, we're going to go to San Miguel this morning and get some waves there. But bring extra thickness wetsuit. It's a little cold during the winter.
If you guys are saying to yourself, Mark, I'm not going to bring a board all the way down there. Well, K38 does have boards for rent. You just have to reach out to them and make sure they got one for you when you come down. When you're going through the tolls down in Baja, you can always use American money, but just bring ones and then change. The first couple tolls in Baja will actually show the American dollar amount, so you'll be good there.
Sir.
When you pull up to the guard shack at San Miguel, there is a community that live there full time, and they've decided that they don't want motorcycles blazing through their property. So depending on who you get at the guard shack, just keep the bikes off and just push them down the hill, and it'll get you right to the parking lot.
This. There you hold that. Muchas gracias.
So we're here in San Miguel, and this is another famous surfing spot down here. So look at how good the surf rack did on the Dominator. Some bike rack off my beach cruiser, and then we got a Pro Moto Billet 6-pack rack, or racket they call it. And I just hose clamped it, some safety wire, and it was able to do 60 miles per hour on the highway with some headwind, and it was fine. So if you're going to come down here, you can stay in Ensenada, which is a couple miles down south further. There's tons of places to eat in this area, down this way more. There's a restaurant right out the entrance of San Miguel. This is kind of like a park, and you pay to get in. And then they have houses here. Some of these are Airbnbs that you can stay in as well. And like always, respect the locals. Show respect. We're not here to show that we're the next Kelly Slater.
Yep, it can't get much better than this, guys. Riding, beautiful weather, waves.
And go.
Okay, watch. Look, check this out. I broke a fin box. I don't know if that was for me hitting the rocks in the water, jumping out there, or coming in, getting smashed into the rocks. But that's gonna have to get fixed. Oh, right here too. Busted rail there. So yeah, make sure you bring a lot of epoxy. So it's actually taken me a couple trips with the bike and the surfboard, and now that we're doing completely just board on the bike, before I would just meet buddies down here with a truck, but this time, you know, we have the board with us on the bike. I realized while sitting out there catching the waves of my life here in San Miguel, I realized something. Riding, surfing, waking up the next day and riding to another surf spot, it kind of takes a toll on you physically. And I would be mindful of that. So if the surf's pumping here, maybe pick a spot, pull in, surf for a day, rest. And specifically, I'm remembering this from when I did the Scorpion Bay video last year. Riding for a couple days, coming in and surfing all day. The next day I was smashed. I was so smashed. And then trying to like navigate and being out here in the beautiful Baja is like, it's I don't know. So I would just say, if you're planning a trip, is to take your time, surf, rest, take naps, but trying to shove a trip in and surfing, hopping down the coast, it'll just wreak havoc on your mental state, your physical state.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but there has been a boom in Baja cuisine. Coffee shops are popping up everywhere. Here after surf, we went to Cafe Toya, which is about just outside of Ensenada, right there on Highway 1. We got an omelet, and then right here you're looking at my personal favorite, chilaquiles, which is basically scrambled eggs and chips with kind of like an adobe sauce. One thing that is noticeable as well is the health options a lot of Baja places are now doing. Whether it's vegan, gluten-free, all that stuff. The Baja food of the 80s and 90s is no more. On our way back to K38, I wanted to show Freddie a nice little secret spot of mine. There's a lot of little unique things in Baja, and if you're going too fast on your bike, you might just miss it.
Say that again?
You see the sucklings?
Yes.
That's like rare.
Huh.
Like, everywhere I've been in Baja, this is the only spot I've seen sucklings grow.
Well, and I wonder if it has to do with because it's shaded and there's some water.
Yep.
I don't know. This stuff's just interesting to me. A lot of people say Baja has 1,000 different climates. Well, the surfboard rack didn't last completely the whole trip, so there was one time we had to pull over and actually fix it. It was starting to shake off a bit.
Although, this is Freddy's tool roll here, and in it,
Well, I forgot to pack Hossie and the Gabe.
it's all right. Got Fire Freddy. Let's see here. What do I have? I have an inner tube. I have Motion Pro spoons here to put said inner tube in the tire. And one Moscow Moto tool roll equipped with the finest Harbor Freight tools.
Okay.
Nothing like a little baleen wire to strap things down.
This is loose. Look at that blade Freddy's got on his, looks like a big boy blade right there.
We spent the rest of the day just tooling around, exploring a little bit between Ensenada and K38, but eventually we headed back to K38 to have lunch just before we headed home. Now, if you remember from the last episode, there's 2 taco joints at K38. Taco Surf, which we featured on that episode, and here, according to Crazy Mick, is the best fish taco in all of Baja. Yep, Crazy Mick is putting his seal of approval as the best fish taco in Baja right here at Tacho's.
What do we
enjoying this series, hit that thumbs up and let me know your comments below. We'll see you on the next one. Also want to let you guys know I have new t-shirt designs in the Bermcannon Adventure Store. The link is in the description box below, and then here's some other videos that I can take you and you can also check out. We'll see you guys next time.